This episode of Teen Mom 2 starts with Chelsea, who goes to a museum with Watson to see some animatronic dinosaurs. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if actual dinosaurs still walked around in South Dakota. I mean, it's not like anyone's actually around in that state to disturb them. Anyway, Chelsea says Adam hasn't seen Aubrey in months. Her and Cole are going to set up visitation at the visitation center. Leah gets back from Hawaii and picks up her girls. She talks to Victoria about how she feels bad about leaving them. She says she wants to take them to Hawaii one day. Her girls ask if they can get first class on the plane to the way there. Well, girls, thanks to Mommy's teenage pregnancy, you sure can. Brianna calls her family and asks how Devon is taking care of Nova, and where he is sleeping. Roxanne answers, "Oh yeah, he's sleeping in your bed." Okay then. Roxanne talks to Brianna and says she knew Javi was going to come to her. She tells her not to trust him because he's shady. Brianna says she's comfortable with him being there and having a familiar face there to see. Roxanne says, "What, so he can get the limelight? Tell him to go, or I'll pull a ninja move on him for real." God, I'd love to see that. Kale is back from Hawaii too. Chris is texting her calling her a bad mom. She says she doesn't really care because Chris broke promises to her too. As for child support, Kale is mad because he's getting cut slack on what he has to pay because of her oversized income. He's only choosing to work part-time instead of full-time. Janelle is driving back from taking Jace to therapy again. She's throwing french fries out the window for some reason, which Jace says that the homeless people should appreciate. Jace says he wants to change his last name. You know Janelle is so pumped right now, like, oh my god, I can't wait to tell my mom that Jace doesn't hate David and I should have custody of him and blah blah blah. But when she asks if he wants David's name Ethan, he says no, something better. From what I've seen on the show, Jace speaks the truth and only the truth. Jace asks why he doesn't have his dad's name, and Janelle says she gave him Evans because his dad isn't around. We can see on cameras that a white pickup truck is tailgating Janelle, riding super close up on her. Janelle listens to Jace even less than she was previously and keeps an eye on the car instead. Janelle says, well, let me just go super slow in this left passing lane on the highway just to piss this guy off. But this guy is more similar to Janelle than she realizes, and she doesn't know what she's up against. The guy passes her, goes in front of her, and brake checks her, meaning he slams on his brakes so Janelle has to brake super hard to not hit him. Janelle reacts how we'd all expect to this, poorly. She's all, what the hell, dude? Dude, how can you do that, dude? Then asks Jace to hand her his phone. It's about to go down. Road rage redneck time. Over to Miami for a different type of trash. We go to Dr. Miami's office and see this priceless work of art hanging on the wall. I feel like this painting truly expresses the essence of sheer classiness we've all come to expect from Teen Mom 2. By the way, Brittany and Roxanne, struggling from their own surgery of being separated from their attachment by the hip to Brianna, are going to surprise her in Miami. Yes, because what better surprise than waking up from surgery and seeing this looking down on you in your bed? They start trash-talking Javi again. Devon puts his headphones on and pieces out of this conversation. Same. Over in West Virginia, Leah has picked up the girls from school and has gotten some disturbing news. The principal came up to her and showed Leah a paper saying Allie's aide was getting transferred to a different school. Leah asks if they're getting a new one and why is this happening, and the principal just shrugged and walked away. Pathetic. Welcome to the public school system in America. Leah can only assume the school district doesn't want to pay for the aide, which is probably true. This isn't a matter of the aide just being helpful. Allie literally needs the aide to function in her everyday life. Leah is pissed, and rightfully so. It really makes my blood boil to see stuff like this happen. Just incompetence and no explanations from all around. Allie has an IEP, individual education plan, at school, and the school has zero right to just take away her help. Especially with no explanation or attempt to fix the problem. Luckily, Leah actually does seem to want to do something about it instead of just letting this slide. Chris and Kale go to court to agree on child support amount. Chris agreed to $346 a month, which Kale didn't think was enough, but she agreed. She's like, and I'm so nice, I told him he could start next month. You're welcome, Chris. There is no girl on this show more bitter than Kale, I swear. Things are heating up on the highway. Janelle calls 911 and reports the truck driver, which is reasonable. But because this is Janelle and she has a bad decision quota to meet every few hours or she'll explode or something, she follows the guy off the highway to his house. Because yeah, that's reasonable. She starts putting her hand on her gun, which she keeps under the car seat. Jace clearly sees this and says he'll hit the guy with his Nerf gun. Maybe he should hit Janelle with the Nerf gun first to keep her in check. When she's touching her gun, Janelle gets this creepy smile on her face like, yes, David's gonna be so proud, he's got a gun-toting country-ass wife. She gets to the guy's house and yells to him about how she has 3 cameras in her car, as if that's gonna make her look good and not at fault. Then, showing what a great driver she is, she accidentally hits the guy's mailbox. Accidentally being in air quotes, of course. Oops. Now this guy's real mad, and he uses his truck to block her in and hits her car. By the way, there's this dog you see passing by in the background during all this. He looks over like, oh yeah, what's going on here? What are these humans doing? Then once he sees, he starts power walking away like, oh nope, hell nah, don't want no part of this. It's a huge mess. They're screaming at each other, arguing, road rage at this guy's house, and Janelle has finally had enough. She screams her trademark copyright, leave me alone, dude, and pulls her gun on the guy. Wow, what if this guy had a gun? Was she really ready to shoot a guy over a road rage with Jace sitting not even 12 inches away from her watching it? Does she not care about his safety to be bringing him into all this? Does she not realize the consequences of pulling a gun on someone? Of course she doesn't, it's Janelle. But the level of irresponsibility here is shocking to watch even for her. Janelle calls David. David actually seems more reasonable than her here and asks why she followed the dude to his house. But he's probably more worried about her cheating on him with the guy than her pulling a gun out on him. Janelle finally gets out of the situation, drives away, and meets up with the cops. Now, she was smirking real hard when she pulled out that gun, but now, you have to watch this. I mean, you should see the hamming up this girl is doing. It is so laughable. She's breaking down, wailing, this man braked so hard in front of me, I was in the grass. My son almost went through the windshield. My God, Janelle, this scene was on camera. We saw what actually happened. Why are you lying? You didn't get close to the grass. Jace barely jolted forward. Calm the hell down. After that scene, Leah talks to Corey about how she wants Allie's doctor to write a letter to the school saying she needs an aide. Corey wants to keep her at home until the school gets her an aide. Chelsea and Cole go to the visitation center and fill out paperwork. Cole doesn't like that the center is going to contact Adam to get him to fill papers out and set up visits. He feels the center is babying him, and Adam should do it himself. Brianna just got out of surgery and wakes up looking like actual death. Javi's looming over her like, wow, you look great. Yeah, that's how you know he's not a true friend. Nurse Javi to the rescue, right? You know he just loves Brianna being all helpless and needy and unable to kick his smarmy ass out of the room. But Brianna's all drugged up and crying because Roxanne isn't answering her phone. Javi, pretending to be helpful, is all, don't worry, honey, we're trying to get her on the line. Then who barges in the room? Surprise, it's Roxanne and Brittany here to spoon-feed Brianna. Brianna's so happy, but Javi looks so mad, and he says, oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. What's the matter, Javi? I thought you were trying to get them on the line. I thought you were ready to welcome them because that's what Brianna wanted. Brianna starts crying tears of joy and says she almost had a panic attack when she saw this over her bed and not this. Devon walks in too and awkwardly sits with Javi for a few minutes before Javi is sick of the attention not being on him and basically says, screw you guys, I'm going home. But not before Roxanne confronts Javi. Roxanne says Javi is an okay guy. I mean, it's not like Brianna's criminals' exes, but she thinks he's sneaky and acts for the spotlight. While the De Jesus family never acts and is all real. She's thinking he moved fast with Brianna to stay in the spotlight. I was actually agreeing with all that she was saying until she says, Kale might not have had a mom to protect her, but Brianna does, so get out. What a completely classless and stupid thing to say. It's not Kale's fault her mom isn't around to protect her. And what does it say about you that Brianna and Brittany did have a supportive family, yet they both still got pregnant as teenagers, and pregnant a second time after that, both times with losers? Javi says he's the one that lost his image by associating with his family, and he leaves the room. After the road rage incident, Jace calls Barbara and tells her what happened, and he stutters a lot in the process, clearly disturbed by what occurred. Wow, what an episode. What are your guys' take on the road rage situation? Was Janelle overreacting, and who was wrong in the situation? Janelle, the other guy, or both of them? Should Janelle be allowed to have a gun? Leave a comment down below, and make sure to subscribe for Teen Mom Recaps every week.